Hey my love bugs, and welcome back to Honey Tea Tarot. Here we are with another channel message. So the channel songs that I'm getting for y'all is Players by Corey LeRae. About to catch another flight. Apple bottom make it wanna bite. I'm just trying to have a good night. I'm just trying to have a good night. Hold up, if you don't know, now you know. If he broke, then you gotta let him go. I could have anybody, any money, more. Cause when you a boss, you could do what you want. And then after that song came through, I'm feeling myself. 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 Okay, so y'all out here feeling yourselves. Y'all out here tooting y'all own horn. Y'all out here ready to mingle. Y'all out here knowing that not only do you have options, but you are the chooser. Like, just because someone is interested in you, just because someone is attracted to you, just because someone wants to bask in your energy or get next to you, does not mean that you have to allow those people next to you. Does not mean that you have to engage in those conversations or relationships or friendships. Does not mean that you have to feel the same way about them. Like, I'm hearing again, I can have anybody, any money, mo. Because when you a boss, you can do what you want. Like, I feel like you really out here just choosing. I'm feeling myself. 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 Like, you out here feeling yourself. I feel like the light within you has been awakened. I feel like the divine feminine energy within you, whether you're a masculine or a feminine, we all have feminine and masculine energy within us. I feel like y'all are tapping into that energy. Yeah, we have the Hanged One with the Queen of Swords. I feel like you guys are cutting yourselves out of that stagnant, stuck feeling position. I feel like you guys are definitely basking in your own power. You realize that ain't nobody gonna gas you like how you gonna gas you. Ain't nobody gonna love you how like you gonna love you. And you know someone is gonna love you just as much as you love yourself, but you is what starts that first. You pouring that love within yourself is what brings that love into your life. So I feel like you are definitely coming out of the box. You are definitely coming out the closet. Pause, no pun intended. For some of you, it could be physically coming out of the closet on different things, whether it's your sexuality, what you truly desire. Maybe what you desire is different from what your family has always told you what you're supposed to be doing. Like, you could be feeling your passions, your abilities, your talents. Look, we got the High Priestess coming out. Definitely feeling yourself. Definitely starting to believe in yourself. Definitely starting to get the knowing within self. Yeah, Nine of Cups, Four of Swords. Definitely breaking out of that energy of being stagnant, of feeling stuck, of again being in that box. I just said you're coming out the box, you're coming out the closet. You're like you've been unthawed. You know, you're waking up and you're walking into this Nine of Pentacles. This Nine of Cups. You're tapping into your High Priestess energy, your High Priest energy, your magical energy, your spiritual abilities. And you're feeling yourself. You feeling yourself. You feeling your. You guys definitely could have been going through a season or a space of mental confusion or stagnicity. Yeah, the Page of Pentacles with the Hermit at the bottom of the deck. A season of solitude. And it's like now, you know what's crazy? I said the Nine of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles came out after that. Definitely walking into abundance. Definitely walking into security, into stability, into things. Excuse me, y'all. Into things aligning with you. I feel like you're starting to remember who you are. Look, Judgment. Knight of Swords. You're starting to remember who you are. You're starting to awaken who you are. You're starting to call in energies and call in different powers and abilities and things that you have went through or you have added to your belt through different lifetimes. that you have brought over into this lifetime. I feel like you're really tapping into yourself, the Hierophant. You're really learning yourself. You might be learning about spiritual laws, spiritual principles. You might be learning how to become one with nature, learning about crystals, whatever it is that sparked your curiosity, that just kept you going down the rabbit hole. Yeah, Seven of Cups. You're definitely looking at different things. Learning more every day, being shown signs, synchronicities, confirmations, giving clarity, like definitely feeling yourself. I feel like, especially with this Hierophant or her writing in the book, I feel like you are perfecting your craft. This could be an actual business, a hobby, a talent, but I feel like overall, this is just you. This is you perfecting the craft of yourself, perfecting yourself, because you know that you are the business. You are the first business, because anything that you birth or anything that you create will be created with your energy, with your thoughts, with your motivation or lack thereof, with your confidence or lack thereof. So you working on you, because you know that you are the sauce. You are the blueprint. Yeah, I feel like it's a lot of introspection going on with you. You could also just be doing a lot of journaling, period. Or maybe you feel like you should be writing. I'm seeing poems for some of you guys. Yeah, we got Two of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Some of you, yeah, look at the Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I was about to say some of you are going back and forth with this decision of releasing some type of music, or putting your thoughts on paper, writing some type of book, starting a blog, maybe even a book club. Yeah, Knight of Wands. Some of you, and the Knight of Pentacles, some of you are definitely second guessing this new journey, this new idea, this new outlook God has given you on life. For some of you, you think a lot, and you journaling will help you will help you stop overthinking, or at least slow it down some. You might even see that when you start to try to write those thoughts, they are minute, they're tedious, or you'll see that for some reason you don't want to indulge in them, and that's another way that you're going to be able, yeah, Ten of Swords, you're going to be able to fight through them. I feel like it's a lot of things with this Ten of Swords coming out while I'm talking about writing. I feel like it's a lot of things that you probably don't express, collective, that you hold real close to your chest. It's funny, we was talking about it on Facebook the other day, basically where this guy was talking about how men can be depressed right under women's faces, because a lot of women don't really care how men feel as long as their needs and pleasures are being met. Now, you know, that's 100% true in some situations, but on the flip side of that is men and women both have a tendency to lack the ability to communicate or articulate their emotions and their feelings, or they have been shunned to believe that their feelings and their emotions do not matter. So even if they do express how they feel, even if they do have a heart-to-heart deep conversation, it's not going to change anything. So what's the reason why? So men and women have a tendency to hold on to things and just carry it on their back and just make it a part of them, because they feel like no one understands them, no one gets them, they're not able to share that part of them with anyone, you know, no one cares, basically. And I feel like it's time for you to release that, because, you know, yes, there may be people around you that don't care, because, you know, how are they going to be able to care about you when they're lacking the care for themselves, you know? So yes, there may be people around you that don't care, but a part of that is now you choosing depression, is now you choosing heartache, you now choosing to be alone, you now choosing to be isolated, you know what I'm saying? Because you feel like don't nobody care, because you won't open up your heart space, because you won't release that anger, that betrayal, that depression, you know what I'm saying, and allow it to cycle out, because you won't be vulnerable with not just other people but with yourself. And I feel like journaling will open that up out of a lot of you. You might be able, yeah, Seven of Pentacles, Like you might birth something out of that, a book, again, a blog, some type of music career, whatever it may be for journaling. But I feel like also some of you are going to start to see that some of your thoughts that you harbor on, again, are minute. Some of them aren't really even that important. Others of them, you're going to be able to actually see clarity in some situations because you're journaling your thought, which means that your mind is slowing down and able to process things at a slower rate than it is when you're constantly overthinking and you have 1,000 thoughts coming per minute. Yeah, 10 of Wands at the bottom of the deck. I feel like it's definitely going to help clear out some of that mental confusion, some of all the, again, the things that you carry with you because you feel like no one cares. We got the 2 of Wands and the 3 of Pentacles. I feel like you're definitely about to be coming in the season of your life, especially with this smoke. You're about to be able to witness people, places, and things, situations, experiences, and connections that actually do show you that they care, that do show you that you're able to open up, you're able to be vulnerable, that makes you feel safe. They provide a safe space, you know, intentionally, not just for you, but everyone that they come in contact with. Like just being in their aura, being in their energy, you feel safe, you want to open up, you want to be vulnerable, you may even just fall asleep. Because I noticed that even like a lot of people, when they come to my house, maybe this is confirmation for someone because I want to say it for some reason. When people come to my house, they fall asleep. And they used to annoy the shit out of me. Like before, you know, I was on this journey. I used to piss me off when people would come to my house and we supposed to be chilling or whatever. And they'll fall asleep. And I'm like, why everybody always come in here to sleep? Like, do y'all not rest anywhere else? Like, what is going on? And it's like, as I raised my consciousness and my vibration and frequency, I realized, and just the way I perceive things, I realized that I was a safe place for people. So if they were in a constant ragged or distressed energy, or they feel like they haven't had a place to really rest or a safe place to rest and just open up and release things energetically, when they come to my house, my energy has that effect, so they're able to do those things, so they're at peace, so their body is able to go into the slumber, able to go into the meditation, the peacefulness, the bliss, the abyss that it needs to. You get what I'm saying? And that could be for you too. Like you're about to be able to see and recognize certain energies, situations, relationships, connections that are going to be there pouring the things that you need and you desire into you. You're going to be receiving. You see how she's picking up the flowers? You're going to be able to pick up harvests and fruits off of those trees. Why? Because they actually bear fruit. Any other messages, Holy Spirit? Yeah, 5 of Pentacles, Ace of Swords. You definitely about to get out that. And with the Hangman right underneath that. I believe earlier we had the Hangman and the Queen or King of Swords. Like, yeah, you're definitely cutting yourself out of this low vibrational toxic energy. Or it's time for you to break out of it. It's time to get out of this lack mentality, of this poverty mentality, not just materialistically, but emotionally, spiritually, mentally, within your feelings. It's time to cut yourself free. It's time to cut yourself free because you are not stuck. You have many gifts, abilities, talents, abundance coming towards you. Write it down. For some of y'all need to write the ideas that come and go. The ideas that come and then they leave quick and you can't remember them. You need to get you a little notebook. Keep it on you at all times. That way when a thought comes, you can immediately write it down. Yeah, the Star. You can immediately write it down. Because that's God sending you confirmation. Yeah, 6 of Cups. That's God sending you confirmation, guidance. Maybe that idea, that creation, or that thought isn't for right now, this moment in time. Maybe it's for a future time. But write it down so you don't forget it. Whether it's in your notes, even if it's just you writing it on your heart, you repeating it over and over and over and over and over again. And you start aligning your life with things that reflects that. But write it somewhere, whether it's on paper, whether it's in your notes on your phone, whether it's again in your heart. It should definitely be written in your heart as well. We got 8 of Cups and the World. Again, I feel like this is going back into what I was saying about releasing. It's time for a cycle to come to an end. It's time for things to change, but I feel like you're holding on to them. In a sense, in some things. You might go from a flip-flop of you're feeling yourself, of a flip-flop of I'm just trying to have a good night. I'm just trying to have a good night. Hold up. Like, you flip-flop to that to I'm so lonely, so lonely. I have nobody, nobody. I'm so lonely, so lonely. I'm on my own. Oh. It's like your energy flip-flops back and forth between that. It could definitely be when you get alone at night. You know how people be like, "Oh, being single don't bother me for a day. It's just when the night hit." It could be that. Maybe you're second guessing yourself. Like, if I was so lit, if I was this amazing person, you know, if I'm as bomb as I think that I am, I would be in a relationship. Yeah, King of Pentacles, Queen of Cups. I will be in a relationship. I will have someone that is intimately into me, not just like intimately physically or sexually, but emotionally, mentally. Someone that stimulates my mind, someone that caresses my mind, that arouses my mind before they ever touch my body. Like, I'm so amazing. Why can't people see how amazing that I am? I feel like that should hit you at night. Look, the Devil with the King of Swords, with the Tower. I feel like it definitely hits you at night. You are amazing. Even if you aren't, look, 4 of Pentacles, the Queen of Wands. Stop sleeping on yourself. Other people are still, if you feel like people are sleeping on you, they sleeping on you because you sleeping on you. Like, yeah, you might be running around here like you popping, you know that you know that you feeling yourself, you know that you are a high caliber, high honor, energy being, like, you know who you are, but it's like to a certain extent. So it's like people can see that. People can see that you are sound and grounded in your energy to a certain extent. And then after that extent comes insecurities. After that extent becomes second guessing, self-doubt, self-judgment, looking for external acceptance. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune, 2 of Cups. Like, people can see the fluctuation in your self-love. Sometimes you might even be in the energy of trying too hard. You might even be consciously aware and you be having to tell yourself, like, yo, you trying too hard. Or like, yo, you doing too much. It's like you probably doing a lot to be recognized, but people see you. Yeah, the 4 of Wands. They already see you. Knight of Wands, 4 of Cups. They already see you. It's just time for you to see yourself. It's time for you to stay in that energy of you're feeling yourself. You need to feel yourself whether you're in a relationship or not. Fill yourself with that your own cup of self-love. Because you also don't want to be so desperate for love that you allow anything. Yeah, the Emperor, 2 of Cups. You want to actually attract the Emperor or the Empress. I heard a car speeding by as I said that. Like, that's what you want to attract. You want your Ace of Pentacles. You don't want to be searching through the needle in the haystack with this 8 of Wands. You don't want to be having to figure out which one you going to pick. Which one's going to shine the brightest. Which one's going to burn the longest. Which one's going to be the hottest. Like, you ain't got to worry about that. You already got your treasure there for you. Yeah, the Fool. I was just about to say the King of Cups. Get off that teeter-totter energy of you're not sure of yourself. You are sure of yourself. You know exactly who you are. And baby boy, baby girl, you do not have to do too much to be seen. Trust me, people see you when you walk in the room. What's it? Kevin Gates. And he go, my name's amazing. I think that I'm someone you should know. It ain't a bitch I can't make crazy, baby. Truth be told. Like, come on, stop playing with you. You better know who you is. Like, you gotta know who you is. Know who you are, should I say. It's time for you to really embrace yourself. They see you. When you walk in the room, they gotta catch their breath. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to do too much. You don't gotta say too much. All you gotta do is show up. All you have to literally do is be present. 7 of Wands. 6 of Wands. What I say? All you gotta do is be present. That's it. All you gotta do is show up. 5 of Cups, Queen of Cups. Show up and know who you are. Stand in your power. Don't be second guessing it. Don't be wondering if you're enough to be in that room. Don't be wondering if you're deserving. 10 of Pentacles. I can't make it up. Do not be wondering, the Chariot, if you're deserving to be in that area, that space, to be with that caliber of people, to be living that type of lifestyle, to be buying those type of materialistic things, to be just, living this high quality life, to be around these type of people. Like, if you're enough to be in this atmosphere, if you're even supposed to be in that atmosphere. Don't be second guessing yourself. Keep feeling yourself. Okay? Again, people feel you as soon as you walk in the room. They gotta catch their breath. Okay? This is a table that the Most High invited you to and said, just come eat. What? The Most High said, you hungry, you want to go out to eat? I ain't got no money. I ain't asked you if you had any money. I asked you if you wanted to go out to eat. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like, that's what I asked you. I didn't ask you if you had all the confidence. I asked you to show up. I didn't ask you if you had everything planned out. I asked you to show up. I didn't ask you to see the finish line. I asked you to show up. I didn't ask you to know every single detail. But what I did ask you to do was show up. What I did ask you to do was be present so you can go ahead and feast on this beautiful meal that I have arranged for you. I'm hearing the ambulance. So someone's meal is definitely being pushed out with urgency. Look at that 6 of Swords. I can't make it up. I heard the ambulance. Someone's meal is on their way to them. Someone's buffet. Someone's food is about to go ding. It's ready and be served. Stay in your energy of you feeling yourself, you knowing your power and who you are. Because it could be that one moment where you're second guessing yourself, that one moment where it's time for you to showcase your talent. It's time for you to speak up and say what's on your mind. It's time for you to speak up and share God's wisdom, that you're quiet, that you're going to miss your opportunity because you doubted yourself, because you hesitated, because you procrastinated, because you said that's none of my business. It's on its way to you. God is saying stay in that I'm feeling myself energy. And not saying that the doubt isn't going to come. Not saying that the negative, low vibrational, self-sabotaging thoughts aren't going to come. But say that you know you're supposed to be transmuting it. They going to come, but transmute that stuff. They can't stay. Like for feelings like, oh, I don't know enough to do this. You could say things like, I'm broadening my knowledge and my education every day to advance my skill set in this area. That's the way that you transmute that energy. Yeah, 7 of Cups. That's the way that you transmute that energy. I'm never going to get better at this. I know consistency, patience, and participation will breed success. I know my consistency will breed progress. Either way it is. For you, whatever your affirmation may be. We got 5 of Swords, 8 of Wands with the Temperance. Again, that's confirming what I'm just saying about transmuting those thoughts. I'm not saying that they not gonna come, and I'm not on no toxic positivity shit either. Like, oh, you're supposed to be happy all the time. Smile, smile, smile. Nothing's going on. Nothing's going wrong. You're not experiencing anything. Like, come on now. You are delusional if you live like that. Like, we ain't about to sit here and act like we don't have low vibrational moments, or we don't have unpleasant, undesirable moments, or what people will call bad moments. Like, we experience polarity the same way that we experience good things. Sometimes we experience the polarity of it, which is maybe perceived as not so good. Like, you get what I'm saying? It's time for you to transmute that, though. It's time for you to transmute that. I'm hearing for somebody, it's like you're not a good parent, or you're not good enough for your children, or they deserve better. And you need to be reminding yourself that every day you are breaking generational habits and curses and programs. Every day you are choosing to do different. Even if you backslide and, let's say you're trying to stop yelling or cussing at, or just talking to your kids. You're trying to, whatever you're trying to do when it comes to your mother or fatherhood. You know what I'm saying? And you find yourself backsliding sometimes. You find yourself not getting it right every single time. The fact that you're even conscious of the backsliding, the fact that you're even putting the energy into making a change, the fact that you're saying that this stops with me is progress. It is progress. And you tell yourself every day, you need to start telling yourself, or it would be helpful to tell yourself, that you are learning something new. You are reprogramming yourself. It's not that you're a bad mother. It's that you weren't really given the because everybody's situation is different, so I'm trying to figure out how to word it. You weren't presented those qualities or those traits at an earlier stage in your life to be able to understand whatever type of analogy you want to use of how to be that type of person, how to harness that type of energy, how to share that type of energy, how to be nurturing. If you were never nurtured, how are you going to know how to be nurturing? If you were never talked to with kindness and respect, how are you really going to know how to talk to other people with kindness and respect? You're going to try, you're becoming aware, but it slips sometimes. This is a conscious effort. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's not making you a bad parent. Every day of you making the choice to be different, dare to be different, dare to go against the grain, dare to end the cycle. That makes you amazing in itself. Be more compassionate with yourself, collective. Transmute that energy, those thoughts, those feelings that have you stuck in this depressive, unstable emotional state. Because you have things to do. You got places to go. You need to be filling yourself. That way when these opportunities and these new adventures and these new beginnings align with you, or they come in your path, or it's time for you to accept them and walk into them, you're able to see them. You're able to, one, have the confidence to go after them. We got, look, sweet success. Tell the truth. It's time for you to stand in your truth all the time, every time, unapologetically. You have sweet success that's coming to you. You need to stand in your truth. You need to stand in what you believe in. You need to stand in your skill set, in your knowledge, in your wisdom. Okay? I'm here and stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Yeah, expand your consciousness and spiritual transformation. Expand your consciousness, spiritual transformation. Get ready. Excuse me, stay ready so you ain't got to get ready. Work on your doubts, on your fears, on your negative self-talk, on your self-judgment. Work on those things. That way, when these opportunities come, your inner strength and emotional healing, when these opportunities come, those things don't hold you back from walking into it. Especially with emotional healing, inner strength. Keep feeling yourself. When you feel your energy shifting, also be mindful of your surroundings. Be mindful of your thoughts. Be mindful of your feelings. If you are in the energy of high vibration, if you are in the energy of, you feel like you high vibing, you feel like you done shifted to a higher timeline or a high level of consciousness, and then you feel yourself, because you can feel yourself dropping or going up dimensions. Like, comment below. I know y'all tapped in. I know y'all sensitive to energy, like, especially if y'all here. I know you can feel the mental shift, the emotional shift, this the shift in consciousness, whatever it may be for you. I feel like you can feel yourself when you're shifting in consciousness, when you're shifting dimensions, when you're shifting timelines, when you're shifting vibration and frequencies. You can feel that. You can feel yourself literally. That's like, it's like a high. Like when you high as hell on cloud 9, and you can feel when you're coming down off that high and you're going down into the lower vibrations and the lower frequencies. Pay attention to what are you doing in those moments that your vibration starts to shift to the lower frequency. Who are you talking to? What are you around? What are you listening to? What were you thinking about? What are you feeling? What are you feeling in that moment that shift of consciousness happens? It's definitely time for y'all to tap in. Yeah, kindness and nurturing. That's crazy. I mentioned that earlier when I talked about people not knowing how to do those things because they weren't given those things. But yeah. You guys have a lot of, especially with Cali Ma here. I'm surprised Oya ain't come on. I feel like it's a lot of change happening for you. It's like, I'm seeing, it's like, you know how some people be like, oh, I'm standing at a door, like a regular door that you open back and forth. I feel like you're in a revolving door. Now stay with me, y'all, with my analogies. Y'all know how I be. But it's like a revolving door. You know how on a revolving door, you have to have the timing. I feel like you're going to be put in seasons and situations and experiences. That's why you need to work on that doubt, that second guessing, that clamminess that you have, that blocking your throat chakra that stops you from speaking up when you know that you should or you have something to say, that shyness, that self-judgment, that doubt that stopped you from showcasing or just living in your authentic truth and your talents and your abilities. Like, I feel like that's why you have to work on that, because the season that you in is a revolving door. So you don't have to be walking up, opening and closing doors. Like, you get what I'm saying? Like it's automatic. It's automatic, but it requires timing. It's automatic, but it requires vision. It's automatic, but it requires self-confidence. It's automatic, but it requires you to trust your intuition. Yeah. Yeah. So you're a level past the door that you have to open. Now you're at the automatic, you're at the revolving door that requires timing. You have to know when to show up. You have to know when to speak. You have to have the courage to speak. And then your next step is going to be the automatic doors that all you got to do is walk up and get near the sensor and them just open up. I hope I'm making sense for y'all. Y'all know sometimes my analogies. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. Y'all is at the revolving door. That's why it requires past life healing, end of cycle. Y'all are at a revolving door. Y'all are in a revolving door. And you have to have the timing, the strength, the knowledge, the belief, the faith in order to know when to get off, know when to end this cycle, know when to start a new cycle. Any other messages, Holy Spirit? Give me one more card. Too many. One more card, please, Holy Spirit. Too many cards. I didn't even see these cards over here on the side. Too many cards, Holy Spirit. One more, please. Light your fire. And at the bottom of the deck, no more hiding. That's been the whole reading. It's time for you to come out. It's time for you to come out the closet. It's time for you to unleash your creativity. It's time for you to show people how smart you are. I feel like you're probably the kid that in class, you know how like it's some kids that's like the goofball, they're the class clown. They probably maybe even get in trouble a lot. They're just trying to, fit in to seem like the cool kid. You'll never know that kid really smart as hell. Like the way that they behave or the people that they hang around, like you get what I'm saying? Or the way that they're perceived because they're the cool kid, or they're like the football head, you know what I'm saying, head of the football team or whatever, football quarterback, whatever, you get what I'm saying, the starter. Like, you wouldn't think that they was as smart as they are because they have this talent and this ability. Or it's the fact that they just goof off all the time, where they always playing, and you just think like, oh, this person ain't serious, they ain't paying attention, they ain't learning nothing. They is smart as hell. Okay, and I feel like that's you. You are smart as hell. And a lot of people probably don't know that about you. You are knowledgeable in a lot of different areas of life. You have book knowledge, you have street knowledge, you have just your personal experiences and wisdom to share as well. You tapped in the source, so you receive divine messages and guidance. Like, it's time for you to step out that box. It's time for people not to just see you as a pretty face, or, the person with the good D or good P, or the person that, always going to look out for you, or the person that's going to always come through, the person that's always going to pop the bottle or smoke the blunt. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. It's time for people to see all of you, not just the one part of you that you showcase the most. That could be also where the depression comes from, and the teeter-totter of I'm feeling myself, and then you switching and decreasing in consciousness and levels and dimensions and things of that nature, and switching timelines like so fast, it seems instantly. It's because you're only showcasing the 3D part of you, because it's like you're trying to find acceptance from the world, and you ain't come here to be accepted. You came here to stand out, not to fit in. You came here with a whole mission. Okay? It's time for you to step all the way into your energy. 3948. We're going to go ahead and leave it here. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull y'all some... My bad, y'all. I want to pull y'all some affirmation. Holy Spirit, any affirmations for the collective? My heart is open to freely expressing love. Again, being your true, authentic self. Well, I was just talking about how you may be going through this depressive state because you're battling being who you truly are and being your whole self in parts and situations and experiences where you're able only to be a crumb, a little speck of yourself. My heart resonates with the wonderful beat of the universe. And we're going to get two more and close it out. Holy Spirit, any additional messages? It's too many. Any additional messages, Holy Spirit? Two more messages, please. I see clearly and accurately through divine assistance. I see clearly and accurately through divine assistance. And we have, I am the master of my own mind. I am ready to move forward. Man, you got so many blessings coming in. Y'all better get ready to move forward to snatch them on up. Because they is there for you, baby. If you ready to snatch them up, if you ready to walk through the door, if you have the courage to embrace them, accept them, and know that you are deserving of them. I love you guys so much. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, that notification bell if this resonated with you. If you're looking to book a personal reading, y'all know that the information is in the description box below. I love you guys. Namaste.